Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 719. I have 90 billion licking gold coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1262, A Slap. No one would ever believe it. A mere star system level, 10th order cultivator, instantly killing a cosmic overlord. And not just a beginner overlord, but a mid-tier overlord. If such words spread out, nobody would believe them. Not even the punctuation marks. It was simply too outrageous. Yet this outrageous event had unfolded right before the eyes of these gathered inheritor holy sons. Believe it or not, they had no choice but to believe. Was that really words become law? A star system level 10th order, actually comprehending a cosmic true word, and unleashing the terrifying power of words become law? How is that possible? Is he really still just star system level? A star system level cultivator just killed a cosmic overlord. Damn it, my mind is blown. He actually drew upon cosmic origin fire through words become law, infused it into the fire god seal, and let a 7th civilization artifact explode with full might, leaping over more than 10 whole levels to kill in an instant. Void Shift Talisman Flee. Li Ju Holy Sun immediately burned one of his life-saving trump cards, a Void Shift Talisman. These 3 talismans had been personally refined by a cosmic venerable, each one powerful enough to let him escape any mortal danger. You had to admit, this guy had plenty of life-saving cards. When the Overlord puppet was obliterated in an instant, Li Ju was so terrified he nearly coughed up blood. He had never imagined the puppet could lose to Chen Yuan. The final power Chen Yuan revealed was far too terrifying. Damn it, this guy wasn't human. Even words become law. Are you kidding me? Wasn't that something only venerable level supreme beings could unleash? Why could a mere star system level 10th order display such a terrifying cosmic true word? That was close, way too close. I almost died there. Li Ju swore to himself. He would never confront Chen Yuan head-on again. This bastard was nothing but a pig in tiger's clothing, pretending to be weak while hiding a monstrous hand. Too insidious, too cunning. System notification. Xylan Goddess. Favorability, +1. Current favorability, 96. Ding. Target Xylan has been dazzled and shocked by host's display, her inner admiration soaring. Favorability has broken through 96 points. Reward. Plus 200,000 strengthening points. Host's remaining strengthening points. 356,200. Xylan's gaze toward Chen Yuan grew ever more obsessed. Even Hualinger's heart trembled violently. But her favorability did not rise further. Because deep inside, a barrier remained. The one she truly loved was Hun Yuan Holy Sun, her childhood companion, her closest friend since youth, and now the unrivaled prodigy who had ascended the 8th sacred ground. Her feelings for Hun Yuan brother would not be replaced so easily. Her favorability toward Chen Yuan had already reached 80 points, which meant her admiration was extremely high. But if it rose any further, she might begin to waver in her heart. And her love for Hun Yuan was not something to change lightly. Where's Li Ju? He ran again. That guy's so damn slippery. Excuse me, are you Holy Sun Chen Yuan? I am Goddess Mutant. I've long heard of your name. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Just as Chen Yuan put away the fire god seal, his body weak and drained, ready to find a place to recover, a graceful, slender-waisted, voluptuous beauty with a majestic figure walked over, warmly introducing herself. It's Goddess Mutant. She's the #1 prodigy of Flower God Star, a 7th civilization powerhouse. Mutant is terrifying, already at Star River stage, 2nd order. She's mastered the devouring law, and is infamous for harvesting the vitality of male prodigies. Anyone she cultivates with is often drained dry. Light cases end up weakened and crippled. Heavy cases are destroyed outright, reduced to husks. She's too dangerous. Stay far away. But damn, she's stunning. If I could spend just one night with Goddess Mutant, even if she drained me once or twice, I'd die with no regrets. Every target Mutant takes an interest in is always a top prodigy. Ordinary people? She doesn't even glance at them. System notification. Ding. Dog-licking target detected. Name. Mutant. Age. 3,688. Height. 173 centimeters. Cultivation, Star River Stage, Second Order, 42nd Order. Appearance rating, 996/1000. This targets initial favorability, 50 points. Ding. Initial favorability too high. Binding failed. What the hell? Why is their starting favorability always so high? Chen Yuan was speechless. The last time with Long Yin, it had been the same. High favorability from the start, rising even higher later, to the point of breaking 90+, making binding impossible. This time, Chen Yuan had learned his lesson. He placed one hand behind his back and strode calmly toward Goddess Mutant. The distance between them shrank to just a fist's length. Chen Yuan's piercing gaze made Goddess Mutant very satisfied. Smack! Without warning, Chen Yuan backhanded her across the face. The peerless beauty's delicate cheek now bore a glaring palm print. Get lost. If you dare try to use your charm techniques on me again, the next corpse on the ground will be yours. That one slap stunned everyone present. Such a beautiful woman, a Star River Second Order top-tier prodigy, a goddess among geniuses. How could he bear to strike her? Even though Mutant's reputation wasn't exactly good, wasn't this a little too ruthless? She might be infamous for seducing and harvesting men's vitality, but it was usually consensual. She rarely went too far, and it was more like a fair exchange. If you didn't want it, you could refuse. There was no need to humiliate her this way. System notification. Mutant Goddess. Favorability +10. Current favorability, 60. Ding. Binding failed. What the? Chen Yuan froze. He had slapped her, yet her favorability went up? System, are you messing with me? If anyone else had struck her, Mutant would have slaughtered them without hesitation. But Chen Yuan had just slain an overlord-level puppet, crossing realms with impossible strength. His displayed might was so overwhelming that no one present even dared to think of opposing him. Mutant had only wanted to test him. In her eyes, a galaxy stage 10th order, no matter how monstrous, even if he could leap across realms to slay a overlord, couldn't possibly remain unscathed. So she used her charm technique, hoping to take advantage while he was weak. Yet clearly, Chen Yuan's willpower was far stronger than she imagined. Faced with supreme beauty, he was completely unmoved. She wasn't into being slapped. No, it wasn't that. It was simply that she had seduced too many men before, every single one drooling over her, willing to pay any price just to taste her. But Chen Yuan, a peerless prodigy, unrivaled across ages, was the first man ever to face her charm without flinching and even strike her instead. This was entirely new, and ironically, it only made her admiration for him grow. Because value wasn't about how beautiful you were, it was about who could resist that beauty. Chapter 1263, Can't Stop. Fire Spirit Huolinger, Favor +5, Current Favor, 85 points. These top-tier prodigies never lacked admirers. Regardless of gender, the truly rare quality was the ability to resist temptation and remain steadfast in one's heart. To her, Chen Yuan clearly lacked this quality at first. At the very beginning, her impression of him was that of a playboy who casually teased female prodigies. Yet, it was precisely this playboy behavior that created an extreme contrast. It almost completely overturned the image she had of him in her heart. Gradually, he was aligning with the ideal man she had in mind. The person she liked had to be strong enough for her to look up to, a prodigy who could dominate the universe. At the same time, this person could not be tempted by beauty, must have the ability to resist allure, and must remain pure. Moreover, this person had to love her deeply, treat her differently from other women, and never the same as with anyone else. Chen Yuan seemed to be approaching her ideal type more and more. Sometimes, even her childhood friend, the Hunyuan Saint, might not be able to achieve what Chen Yuan could, because Hunyuan Saint had many female prodigies around him. After all, someone as outstanding as Hunyuan Saint could not possibly be liked only by her, Huolinger. That was clearly unrealistic. Who knew how many top female cultivators might actively pursue Hunyuan Saint, or even willingly submit? Sister Xylan, are you hurt? Huolinger walked to Xylan, asking proactively. It's nothing, just a small injury, it's fine. I didn't expect us to meet so soon again. How about we travel together? That way we can watch out for each other. Xylan suggested. Huolinger nodded. At this moment, Chen Yuan called to the golden-winged divine tiger. Xiao Jin, Guard me while I recover some energy. Roar. With a deafening tiger roar, the golden-red divine tiger loyally positioned itself beside Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan casually erected a red divine water barrier. He took out a massive number of starry sky primordials and began cultivating without concern. Indeed, all of his energy had been drained. At this moment, Chen Yuan realized that Qian Yuan guidance technique was far from sufficient to meet his needs. As his strength increased, the energy required grew even more immense. Recovery also became slower. If before he needed only 100 units of energy, now he required 10,000 units, a difference of 100 times. Even with the same absorption speed, it now seemed extremely slow. Creation Supreme Skill, Zhaohua Tongtian Ju, the top cultivation technique of a 6th-level civilization I obtained after surpassing Xylan, is clearly superior to Qian Yuan guidance technique. But to me, these guidance techniques are too gentle. I should take their essence and discard the rest. Blood Cloud Devouring Heaven is unparalleled in its ability to devour life energy. Qian Yuan guidance technique is overwhelmingly powerful at energy transformation, rarely rivaled by any technique. Zhaohua Tongtian Ju, in terms of energy utilization and absorption, is nearly perfect. Each of these 3 techniques has its strengths. If I use Blood Cloud Devouring Heaven to absorb cosmic energy, Qian Yuan guidance technique to transform it, and Zhaohua Tongtian Ju to absorb it, combining all 3 will surely create a qualitative leap. If other powerful beings knew of Chen Yuan's plan, they would surely think he was crazy. Every top-tier cultivation technique was born through countless trials, impossible to modify casually. As the saying goes, you cannot have both fish and bear's paw. Cultivating techniques mainly focus on 3 aspects: absorption, transformation, and utilization. Any technique can usually only optimize one of these aspects infinitely. If 2 aspects are taken, the body would almost certainly be unable to withstand it, and over 90% of practitioners would face foundation instability. Without a focus, balance is lost. If one attempts to maximize all 3, it usually backfires, leading to self-destruction or body explosion. Chen Yuan did not care. He consumed a mind-clearing herb with grass heart, then took out a massive number of starry sky primordials and began experimenting directly. Soaked in red divine water, the absorption speed became even more astonishing. All 3 techniques combined, Chen Yuan instantly went berserk. A terrifying devouring force erupted. He absorbed 100 starry sky primordials in a single second. He simply could not stop. The speed kept accelerating faster and faster. In less than 20 seconds, his body became fully saturated. Almost instantly, he restored himself to full power. At this moment, uncontrollable events began to occur. Because Chen Yuan casually modified his cultivation techniques, combining the strengths of absorption, transformation, and utilization, the new unified technique became uncontrollable. The terrifying devouring force became even stronger. Chen Yuan's body seemed to turn into a massive black hole. He began indiscriminately devouring all surrounding energy. The environment of the 5th-level Holy Land naturally provided abundant energy, almost reaching an energy index of 100,000. It provided a perfect environment for devouring. The next moment, a terrifying energy-devouring vortex erupted. Infinite cosmic energy crazily converged around Chen Yuan. Even though his body had reached the level of an overlord, he still felt like he was about to be torn apart. Even more terrifying was what followed. This time, due to the overwhelming energy intake, not only could his physical body be torn apart, but even his internal primordial space might explode. If his primordial space exploded, not even the eternal flame could repair it. A real crisis had emerged. Even immortality could not stop him from courting death. Ding! Detected that the host's absorbed energy has reached the limit and is about to explode. Please consume 20,000 enhancement points to repair yourself. Consume. Ding! 20,000 enhancement points have been deducted. Current remaining enhancement points, 336,200. As Chen Yuan's power increased, the amount of enhancement points required to repair himself also grew. This situation could not continue indefinitely. Unless he completely drained the cosmic energy within the extreme absorption range, The technique might not automatically stop, but the cosmic energy in the 5th level Holy Land was so dense, how could it be drained easily? If it reached that point, Chen Yuan would definitely be blown apart. Even over 300,000 enhancement points might not be enough to sustain him. In this case, he could only break through naturally. Fortunately, Chen Yuan's 6 cosmic laws had all reached 100% comprehension at the 1st level. With the power of these laws, he could reshape his life body and evolve into a 5th level cosmic life form. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.